we have reached a point in the Mages Guild, Imperial Legion, Imperial Cult, and Temple, where in order to advance any farther, we need to improve our skills. In the case of 3 of those factions, it's going to be a blunt weapon that needs to increase to 50. And for the Mages Guild, I'm going to need to improve either enchant, illusion, or restoration up to 40. So I could take the time to spend an entire segment training one of those skills, but instead I think I'm going to switch over to a new faction, House Hlaalu, and we've got 3 particular goals in mind that are pretty important for House Hlaalu. One is we need to reach the Kinsman rank, which allows us to start taking quests from Crassius Curio and Odral Helvi. The reason that's important is because in that quest line we can potentially unlock an item called the Amulet of Domination, which is pretty powerful. Second is we need to eventually get to the point where we can start our stronghold, which is required for advancement to later ranks. And I guess it was a 2-element list. I don't know why I thought it was going to be 3. Good job. So anyway, I'm going to do a few quests for House Hlaalu to work towards those goals. Along the way, we're going to be completing a few miscellaneous quests for the factions that we're already associated with that are geographically convenient. So the basic scheme is we're going to go to Vivek, run through here to do some quest activities, to Balmora, up to Aldrin, up to Margan, back down, make a little bit of progress on the main quest, and then back down to Vivek again. So it's just going to be a straight line up and a straight line back, completing a bunch of quest actions along the way. Also, we're going to make pretty liberal use of scrolls of intervention at this point, because when we get to Aldrin, we're going to receive 2 amulets, one of Divine Intervention, one of Almsylvie Intervention. So the corresponding scrolls are not as valuable anymore. But before we get into the good stuff, we'll do a little bit of inventory management. Gained this from the previous quest. Don't care about that anymore. Gonna get rid of some potions that I'm never going to use. I do care about health and magicka. I don't really care about anything else. Don't care about that. I'm going to equip this constant effect ring. And I do need this for a quest that I'm going to finish along the way. And I can probably sell these soul gems at some point, though we're quickly approaching the point of the run where gold is not going to be particularly relevant because we're going to just have so much of it from quests, but this is fine for now. We've got plenty of weight for the quests coming up. So first, I'm going to use Almsylvie Intervention to get over to the temple. At some point during this segment, we're going to run out of levitation juice. I'll talk to this guy to start a quest called Disease Carrier. So I want to find this person in the Arena Canton. Alright, so this is the Arena Pit. I'm looking for this person. Oh, and our levitation just ran out.
What do you want,
So I need to improve her disposition to above 80 in order to get her to leave the city, because I don't have a particular book. So I'm going to use this glove to make that happen. I'm going to quick save first in case it doesn't work the first try, since it's randomized. We'll just give her a little bribe. Well, that's not really working as planned, so we'll quick load and try that again.
Do you have something to say, Outlander?
Perfect. Tell her to leave. Pious. City, do this favor for me. Alright, there we go. So I'm going to ignore her. Actually, I'm going to put on the gauntlet again. Okay. So I'm not going to go back to the High Fane and finish the quest just yet, because we'll be revisiting that area later. It's not really worth the time to run back there. So next step is we're going to run to the Foreign Quarter. Oops, I'm going the wrong way here. But we need to run to the Foreign Quarter because we're going to pick up a quest item that is going to be used later on in the Hlaalu quest line, which, if we have it in our inventory, will save ourselves a little bit of time later on. And I'm going to give myself a little jumping boost over here. Wow, that's a lot slower than I thought it was going to be. Get there, come on. Yeah, you did it. Good job. Ah, get up there, come on. There we go. So we're looking to go into the lower wasteworks. Whoops, that's the upper wasteworks. That's fine. And we want to talk to a particular apothecary in order to get a quest item. Not sure if I have this marked on the map just yet. Oh, I do. Down this way. Oh, I must have missed it. There it is. So later on in the Hlaalu quest line, you're given a quest to steal this scroll from this person. There's a few different copies of it in the room, but I'm going to use a glitch we've used a few times before, in which if your head is touching the ceiling, the game treats you as being out of bounds. So now I've got that quest item. From here I'm going to fast travel over to Balmora to start the Hlaalu quest line. Unlike some guilds, House Hlaalu requires you to start in a specific point, and that is in Balmora. It won't let you start with any of the other quest givers. There she is. So this is the only NPC that lets you start in Hlaalu. Join House Hlaalu, yes. Okay, so we received an item that we need to complete the quest in Aldrin. While we're in town, I'm going to talk to Crassius Curio. In theory, enough time should have passed by now that I can begin the next phase of the main quest, which we'll be doing along our journey north to south.
How can I help you?
So next, we are going to recall back to Aldrin. I'll wait an hour so that my fatigue meter's full. Perfect. So these are particularly valuable for us. I don't have any duties until we can promote to a new rank. Like as I said before, that's going to require practicing some skills, which is going to be pretty tedious.
Welcome, friend. The day is yours.
While I'm here, I'm just going to drop these quest items on the table so I don't accidentally drop them somewhere else. I'm also going to drop this spoon, which I definitely don't need. Okay, Next, we're going to run over to the temple. See if this is empty. Yeah, it's empty. We're going to run over to the temple and start another quest, which we can finish pretty quickly. Finish that quest that was started in the previous segment. And begin this pilgrimage to Margan.
I am blessed to be at your service.
And from here we're going to travel north to Margan, which is pretty easy to do. This is probably one of the easiest quests in the game. All you have to do is take a silt strider somewhere, touch a rock, and then take the silt strider back. So we touch this rock, we taunt this guy, touch this rock again. So now we can going to do a little bit of magic sauce with our intervention. We're going to intervention to Buckmoth, start a quest, go back up to Aldrin, and then continue on our journey south. And I need to use the right intervention spell here. So I'm checking my notes. We want to use Divine Intervention. We double check to make sure I'm wearing the correct armor. Perfect. Now I want to talk to... Where is he? There is an Imperial Legion quest giver somewhere in here. What is his name? Imson the Dreamer.
What say you?
There we go. Just looking for duties or orders here. So we started this smuggling quest. I'm going to travel back to Aldrin, this time with Homestead Intervention. This is another pretty easy quest. I'm going to go to a person's house and find a specific Dwemer tube as evidence that he's smuggling. It's somewhere on this table. Or one of these tables, I should say. There it is. So, use the same trick I always do. Might not work the first time because it's a little harder to do it when the roof is slanted. Perfect, got it. Alright. Go back to the fort. Oops, wrong way. Cool. Gonna take another set of orders. We're probably not gonna bother with this quest because the rescue quests in this game are pretty tedious. But I'll just take it just in case it ends up being convenient later on.
So you need not be afraid.
Go to
My
this guy.
anger is reserved for the foolish.
Let's repair everything. That's fine. Right.
These Turner are useless.
I agree. So next, we're going to... What's next on our journey here? Now that we're back at the temple, we're going to finish up the quest that we did in Margan. And I'll take the next set of duty. Oh, yeah, I need another promotion before I can do that. Read this book and drop it. That's not a skill book. That's fine. Right, next, we're going to... Let's see what happens next. Oh yeah, we've got to finish our first Hlaalu quest. Go ahead ahead and equip the right helmet before I forget. Cool. So we got those orders. That's the first goal of the first Hlaalu quest. I'm just curious to see if there are any enchanters in here. Oops. See if there are. I might sell some of my soul gems that I've been lugging around just for some extra cash. Don't remember off the top of my head if there are any here. Somehow got stuck on a torch. Perfect. So we'll sell all this stuff, or everything that he can afford anyway. Yeah, it's fine. Cool. So next step is we can go back to Balmora to finish our first Hlaalu quest, and then start the next part of the Hlaalu quest line. Actually, while we're on the way here, I'm going to speak to Haspat and Tablos for the first part of the main quest. So apparently, I don't know if this is actually true, but I've read that if you don't talk to him before going to find the quest object doesn't actually spawn. So I'm not totally sure that that's accurate, but just in case it is, we're going to start the quest there. So, finish up that quest. Do some more business. This quest is asking for the scroll that I stole while I was in Vivek. So that was easy. And I'm going to take the next set of business, which is the Ananias Egg Mine, which will have us traveling to Saran. Let's see if we can get any promotions. Don't have enough experience yet. Really? Oh, I guess I need some more either light armor or security. Haven't thought about that. That's okay, we'll still complete a few more quests. I already have the notes for it. So, next phase of the plan is we're going to Divine Intervention over to Fort... Is this Buckmoth? Moonmoth. And I'm looking for the Imperial Legion quest giver here, which is this guy. He's going to ask us to find a piece of scrap metal, which we already have in our inventory. Perfect. Take another set of orders from him. Again, probably not going to complete this quest, or if I do, it's probably going to be later on during the main quest when I need to visit the Arebanimsum camp anyway. It's not really worth it to go so far out of the way. Okay, while we're in the area,
If you need a good laugh,
going to go ahead and run up to Arkenthand for the Junior Puzzle Box for the main quest. Oops, don't want to rest. Do I have any restore fatigue potions? No. I'll just run past this guy and then fight him later. Whatever, my dude. I'm just going to wait here for a little while until my fatigue reaches full. So there's going to be some bandits below me. There we go. I want to have full fatigue in order to be able to hit them with my giant hammer. Definitely don't need this anymore. Character moves a lot more slowly once you take off boots, applying speed, and stop running. But I should be able to pound these guys into mush. They're pretty low level bandits. This is intended to be an introductory quest. Cool. Take your gold. Take your gold. And we'll head up here and finish off the boss. Pick up the Ruby puzzle cube. And then we'll be in good shape.
See what you're made of.
Cool. I did it. Those are potentially useful. Any potions that I care about? Nope. That's what I'm looking for. I'm also going to take a look and see if we happen to find any scrolls of the Crassius lock splitter. Those are extremely valuable to us. No dice. I might take these. Well, we've already got more cash than we're going to need, so that's fine. So, now that we've done that, I'm going to save the intervention back to Balmora, finish off the first part of the main quest, and this repeated use of the Almsivy and Divine Intervention amulets is actually pretty good for us because it is a reliable way to improve our enchant skill. Where the way this experience scaling works is you get a lot of experience from making and recharging items, which are not going to be useful in this particular run due to the constraints, but also get 1/10 of the point of experience each time you use an enchanted item. So if you use an enchanted item 100 times, that's a level. So if we do, I guess it'll be 7,000 times, then we'll get to level 100, which will be great. So next, I'm going to head back to the Fighters Guild, trade our puzzle box for Hasfat and Tabalus's information. Cool. There we go, got the notes. And we'll head back over to Caius Cassadi's house. Cool. So that's done. Next step is we are going to take the Silk Strider to Saran. So now that we're here in Saran, we want to talk to the guy who owns this manor as part of our next Hlaalu quest. we're trying to extort him into shutting down his egg mine.
Yes.
Or change prices or something. Essentially, there's two different ways of completing this quest, either by talking to this guy or killing the Kwama Queen in a nearby
Go
mine.
ahead, Outlander. What do you need?
But if you do both, you get extra gold and you get extra reputation points within House Hlaalu, which means it'll be a little bit easier to advance to the Grandmaster rank. So I'm going to quick save here, equip Zenithar's Wiles. Oh wait, no, I don't actually need to do that for him, never mind. So I'm going to take his bribe. But I'm going to go kill the queen anyway, because I'm a jerk. Let's see.
Go ahead, Outlander.
So then from here I want to travel basically in a counterclockwise circle to find the mine over here. It's possible to jump over the wall here. Nice. Oops. Since I need to be doing some training anyway, I'm going to fight these cliff racers. Do I have blinding speed on? Yes, of course I do. More combat. That was fun. You aren't actually required to kill these guys, but again, looking to get as much training as possible with the blunt weapon in order to unlock the higher ranks in the factions that I'm already a member of. I'm moving slowly here just to allow my fatigue to recuperate. I think I scared him off. So let's see. I think the queen is somewhere this way. I'll start with this path. It might not be right, but it's okay. Oh, not the right path. But got some more blunt weapon experience. That's useful. That's right, I need to go through an underwater passage to make this work. Right? Is that how this one works? There we go. Cool. I feel like that should probably have given me an inventory update. Or a journal update, that's fine. Alright, so now that we've done that, Almcivi should take us back to Balmora. Whoops. I guess I did that wrong. Well, that's fine. While I'm in the area, I will finish off a quest. And I can just use recall and then mage skill transport in order to get back to Balmora quickly.
How may I help?
So here in Balmora, we're looking to head back over to the Hlaalu Council Hall. order to claim our reward. Cool. This will be the last of the quests that we're going to be completing in this segment. And then we're also going to find Crassius Curio to get his endorsement. So I'm going to head back over to Vivek and finish up our last two quests there.
Well, hello there. A pleasure to meet you.
Okay, so here we're looking to go to the Upper Wasteworks.
What is this regarding, Breton?
And we're looking for this person. So again, we're going to use Zenithar's Wiles.
What words for me, citizen?
Didn't quite work. Let's see if I can... I'll just wait an hour. And then try it again. Oops. Perfect. So I want to talk to her about Guar Hides. That was easy. Really well designed quest right there. So next we want to go over to the Hlaalu Canton. There's our man.
Greetings. What shall we talk about?
Let's talk about me being naked. This is a really weird quest where the only way to get him to sponsor you is to take off every inventory item that you're wearing. Cool. Now, Kinsman of House Hlaalu, just for getting naked. Let's go ahead and put these inventory items back on. Awesome. So, that's where we're going to cut this segment. So we managed to get our House Hlaalu rank to be at the same point as Mage Guild, Imperial Legion, Imperial Cult, and Temple. So we've caught up with those guys. And we are now, it's possible to start the quest line that gets us to our next really valuable magical artifact, which will come from Odral Helvi and Crassius Curio kind of playing against each other. You get to choose sides, and depending on whose side you choose, you get a more powerful reward. So, in the upcoming segments, we'll probably either continue that quest line, or we'll do some training, see if we can get our blunt weapon up to 50 to allow for further advancement in the factions we're already a member of.